Hi, in this video we will learn about table, inserting or creating a table in HTML. To create a table in HTML page, the tag is table. So there are some few things you should know. So in a table there are some sections, means inside a table there are some rows, there are some columns. So rows and columns are mandatory. Without row and column you cannot do anything. There are some header, means head of the table, and some footer and some caption you can add, and they are optional, means header, footer and caption are optional. But without row and column there is no table na. So to create some row, the tag is tr for table row. Remember that for row it is tr. So if I want to create two rows, I have to create two tr tag, and inside our each row, suppose if I want to create two column, we have to put td. So suppose I am putting one, and in next column I am putting my name, and in second row I am putting 2 for the first column, and I am putting another name, Subharti. So there is no border, means it's like 1 Subhendu, 2 Subharti. There is no border. If you want to set some border, you have to give one attribute called border. So if I put border equal to 1, so here it will be 1. But see, here the border attribute is deprecated, means in near future they will deprecate it. So we can give the border using css. So that is the actual way, means that is the suggested way I will suggest you. But for our understanding now, we are just using html attribute border equal to 1. So when you will style your own page, I will recommend to use css only, rather using this border attribute. Okay, so if I create another row like tr and td and put 3 and put another name like ruchi. In this way we can create table in html. Now if I want to increase our column, we have to add another column. So suppose I am putting here our number, means marks. Suppose anything in any subject, some marks. So I am putting here like 52, I am putting here 63, 53. Okay, so this way we can create, means we can add another column, and using tr we can add another row. So inside every row there will be some columns, remember that. So first we have to create some row, inside the row you have to create columns. Now the second thing, it is the mandatory, means whatever up till now we have learned, it is mandatory for row and column. So inside row, every row there will be columns. Now we are going to create some heading. Now we are going to create headings. To do that, you have to keep the tag thead for table headings. In this thead you will create a row. Of course it is mandatory to create one row inside your table head, and instead of td you should write th. So what th will do, th is actually table head, so it will just increase your uh, width of the text, just like bold. So here suppose I am creating a cell for serial, so look here this text is in bold. So for another column th and it is name, and for another column it is th and marks. Look, so they are the table header, thead, and in thead you must give some table row, and inside the table row you have to put your table columns. Remember that. Similarly, if you want to put some footer in your table, you have to give the tag tfoot. So it is independent where you are writing tfoot, whether it is top of the tbody or not. So ideally you should do your entire row and column, which is your mandatory thing, inside the tbody. It should be your tbody. Aligning little bit. Okay, so it is not mandatory to put uh, t head first, then t body, then t foot. It is not mandatory. So you can write t foot here also. You can t foot write after the t body also. So remember, the t body means the table body. Your entire body means without the head and foot. So I am creating foot now. So for foot also you have to create row first. So you have to create row. Inside that you will put some columns like this. So suppose I am writing here like total marks, and there will be total of 52, 63 and 53. That means 168. So it will be TD and 168. But now what I want to make this two cells to one cell. That means I want to combine these two cells into one cells, and it will be total marks, and 168 will be there. So I don't want this t foot to three columns. I want it two columns only. So what to do? If you want the bold text, you will use th, otherwise you will use td only. You can do it in css also, that is not a big deal. So you can use only td and tr, that is sufficient. And using some id and all, id class and all, you can style everything in css also. Now what I can do to make these two cells into one cells? To do that, one particular attribute I have to use in total marks, that is called colspan. So if I put colspan equal to 2, sorry, what it will do, it will just combine these two cells, and this will be here because it is taking two cells, and now this. So what is rowspan and what is colspan? So our next topic is rowspan and colspan. So colspan means your column span, and you are setting it to. So if I want to make it means entirely three cell, then I will have to put here 3, and I don't want to use this cell, so I am removing this cell. And if you put it to 3, it will take the entire cell. So that is the colspan. So if you put it to, it will take these two, means it is taking two cells, means two columns instead of one. So if you don't use this one, so it will act like this, it is taking single cell only or single column only. But if you use colspan equal to 2, that means it is using two cells or two columns. Now what is row span? Suppose I am creating another thing, I mean another column. Just let me write 168 again, and you can put it th also. To simplify the row span, I am creating another column here, and I will give the column name as organization, and in tfoot I don't need anything, so it will be blank. So I am just creating normal th and slash th just to make it uh, visible better. Now what I want to do, I will create the cell which will take 3 rows. To do that, what I have to do, in first row and in the last column I am creating another column which is, suppose its text is apple. So now what I want to do, I will expand these three. So what I have to do, I have to create some attribute called rowspan, and its value will be 3. So look here, if rowspan equal to 2, it is taking up to 2 cells or 2 rows. Now if I put it 3, it will take up to 3 space. So I think it is clear. If I want to make the column which will take 2 cells, we have to use colspan, and if I want to make some cells which will take 3 rows, we have to 3 rows or multiple rows, we have to use rowspan. Okay, there is another thing that you should know in the table is the caption. So inside your table, give another tag called caption. So this is my table. So look, this is your table caption. In summary, in a table there are some sections. It is your table head, it is your table foot, and this is your table body. So to do that, you should use t head, t foot, and t body, and this is your caption. And to make any row, remember this, to make any row you should use tr always, whether it is t head, whether it is t foot, or whether it is t body. To make any row you should use tr. To make any column, you must put your columns inside your rows. So inside your tr you have to put either th or td. If you use td, it will be normal text. If you put th, it will be text with bold font. That is the main difference. So this t body is the mandatory thing, and t head and t foot and caption is the optional one. And another thing is rowspan and colspan. So that's it. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.